you want it? God. Hey, Tanya, welcome in. Tanya, how are you doing today? How's the baby doing? How's the pink eye going? Hopefully it doesn't spread. Destiny, welcome in. Karina, welcome in. Ooh, got a brand new 2025 Mazda CX-5. My car died. Oh, fun. Ooh, really nice. CX-5, that's exciting. Was it something that you were thinking of doing eventually, or was it like, okay, we have no options? Hey, Karina. Hey, Prime. Welcome in. Hello, Catman. Welcome in. Sash 19, welcome in. Hey, Samantha, welcome in. Samantha, we missed you yesterday. Welcome to those of you on YouTube. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We couldn't drive the car, it was going. Got it. Okay. Oh, a nice car is so nice, isn't it? Makes things so much easier in life. You don't have to worry about tires, don't have to worry about oil changes. That wasn't, it wasn't the right. Got it. Will do. Oh, fell asleep early after lots of weekend thrifting. Oh, fun. Did you find anything, Samantha? Oh, are they? Was the other one? Oh, obvious. The other one was paid on. Yeah. No, I get it. Tanya, I guess that's the price we pay for not having to worry about the maintenance of it for a while. I did some dishes, a butterfly in a shadow box, and a couple of house plants. Oh, how fun! Oh, Tanya, sorry about that. Yeah. I don't know. I always feel more. I know there's a price to pay, but I always feel more. Um, it's a good word. Secure, knowing that I don't have to worry about it breaking down or anything. Mm-hmm. If that's a positive. Hey, Starship, welcome in. Samantha, it was a good day today. I was able to get some things done today at work. So no regrets. And yes, me too. I feel so much safe. Yes. Good. That's good. Hey, Hank Olson, welcome in. Good day today at work for a Monday. Yeah, we started out strong. We had some friend drama with a couple of students that we needed to work out. 12 hours, I was so exhausted. Oh, 12 hours. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. Oh my goodness. Were you able to sleep in, Tanya, on Saturday? That always helps, huh? I know, I came home today, I took a nap. I was tired. Oh no. Are you still feeling tired? Or did you get a nap? Did you get a nap in there? Yep, and toss. Oh no. Oh, yeah, and toss. Ay, ay, ay. For now. For now they're done. Uh, I hope it gets better. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting. We usually start 10 minutes after the hour. 20. Oh, till baby number 2 comes, right? That's true, huh? I wonder if Billy Cody's going to come on tonight. Hey, Starship. Yeah, I usually start 10 minutes after the hour. I just like to get 10 minutes after the hour, at least 20 people in the room. So yeah, we'll be starting up in a couple, like a minute, less than a minute. 4 books. We have them already picked out. We got some really good ones tonight. We have some really good books tonight. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. Our goal tonight is going to be 40K. And we have these heart hands. We've got 3 of those today. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Hey, Heather Michael. Thank you so much, Heather Michelle. Thank you. Heather Michelle, thank you. We really appreciate it. Yeah, we are in our fall era right now. Okay, today we're going to start with, hey, Georgia Peach, welcome in. Farmer John's Tractor. Farmer John's Tractor. Isn't that a great cover? This red tractor here. And you've got all the farm animals in the area. We love a good end page. We've got these little details here of a rooster and some tractors. What attracted me to this one in the library was this picture. I love a good farmhouse, a good tractor. Isn't that a cute picture? You got some chickens here. Farmer John's tractor lies locked in a shed. Rusty yet trusty and orangey red. That's a great opening. Let's look at this picture. These illustrations are really good. These are like it's like a drawing, but almost kind of has like a smooth texture over it. So you've got this barnyard here with this shelf, and it's got all these knickknacks on it, tools, a little red teapot, whenever you want to take a break. You've got this little portrait here of the tractor itself. And then you have the little red tractor. And look at the rooster. The chicken is right on the seat. And then you got all these other little roosters here. It's like an oil can maybe. And then the little dog. But that's a great line opening. Farmer John's tractor lies locked in the shed. Rusty yet trusty and orangey red. It's a great opening line. That winter, the rain comes. It rains and it rains. It fills up the river and blocks up the drains. The riverbanks break. It's a flood. Water swirls. It rushes and gushes. It spurts and it twirls. So there's the farmer. His name is, doesn't give us the farmer's name, but here's the farm over here in the hill. There's the sheep and the goat. And it's been raining a lot. Look at this blue. Hey, Ivy, welcome in. Look at these blue colors here. They're almost like watercolors. Really pretty. From down by the river, there comes a great shout. Help! Our car's stranded. We can't get it out. But Farmer John's tractor lies locked in the shed. Rusty yet trusty and orangey red. So it looks like these kids, oh, there's a family that has a bunch of young kids. Family's out in their little VW bug. It gets stuck. And there's the rusty yet trusty and orangey red. From far down the road, a jeep's coming near. It speeds through the water. The girls give a cheer. But how could they guess what these deep waters hide? A rock with a splash and a jeep rolls on its side. So the flood waters are coming up. Hey, Lauren, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Maddie Rose, thank you so much for the follow. So we have this little yellow bug stuck in the water. They're the girls. They get to stand by the rock while mom and dad figure it out. Hey, Natalia, welcome in. Doing really good. And then we got this guy here in a Jeep coming to the rescue, hopefully. Along comes a tow truck as strong as can be. Hold on, calls the driver. I'll soon set you free. But look how the wheels spin around in the muck. It sinks ever deeper. This tow truck is stuck. This little red, old-fashioned truck. What's the tea beverage, Nana? Oh, you have the flu? Lemon honey. That sounds so much good. Sounds so good. Natalia, I'm drinking iced water because it's still very warm over here in California. So I need to rehydrate. I feel a little dehydrated. So the floodwaters are getting a lot higher. And they put this tow truck to work. Look at the Jeep goes on inside. The girls clamber onto the roof of the car. The water's still rising. How frightened they are. Things are getting serious. So the tow truck couldn't help them out. And so the parents had to get them and put them on the top of the car. That's scary. I'd be freaking out. Having to put the girls on the top. It's like, I think we need to make our way from here to here. But Farmer John's tractor lies locked in the shed, rusty yet trusty and orangey red. Look at that. Isn't that great? A fire engine's coming. It's noisy and fast. Its siren is wailing. Its horn gives a blast. But it slams to a halt at the edge of the flood. The rains caused a slide. There are rocks in the mud. We're loving these deep colors. Got this really nice red truck here, and then another red truck here. Lots of havoc happening just with the rains and the floods. The fire engine's useless. It has to reverse. The crew's looking worried. The flood's getting worse. Uh-oh. Now the little tow truck's getting drowned in. Still, Farmer John's tractor lies locked in the shed, rusty yet trusty and orangey red. There's Farmer John in the background. Come on, Farmer John, get that tractor going. Turn it on, rev it up. The girls start to shake and to quake and to sob. Surely there's someone who's up to do the job. Aw, the little girl's on the top. What's this? Farmer John's by the shed with a key. He unlocks the padlock. The tractor is free. Yay! It grunts, then it splutters and starts with a roar, and Farmer John's tractor chugs right out the door. The girls see him coming, but how can they trust this clanking old tractor all covered in rust? Rev it up, Farmer John. Farmer John to the rescue. At last, Farmer John pulls up right by their side. Hop on, squeeze together, let's go for a ride. Mom and Dad cheer and the girls shout, hooray! Farmer John's tractor has just saved the day. Yay, Farmer John. The goat. Goat's got to get into it too. Hey, Prince Airflip, welcome in. They're safe and they're happy and free from all harm. So Farmer John's tractor chugs back to the farm. Never again to be locked in the shed, rusty yet trusty and orangey red. Hey, Carrie Lindsay, welcome in. Welcome back. Yay, Farmer John to the rescue. The end. Farmer John's tractor. A good way to start the live. An excellent way to start the live. We love a good Farmer John red tractor picture book. Excellent way. Let's take a vote. 1 through 10. What did you guys think? I give this a 10. I give it a 10. Definitely a 10. All right, let's see what everybody is thinking. Samantha, you give that one a 10? Yeah, that was a good one. This Wednesday, we are going to be making, for Project Wednesday, we are going to be making a scarecrow. Tanya, a 10? I agree. I agree. We're going to be making a scarecrow. We bought some, we went to Michael's over the weekend, and we found out that they were having 50% off of all of their fall items. So we went and got some pom-poms. I think that's what they're called. Or pam-pams or something like that. I can't remember what these are. We have an autumn red. We've got an autumn brown. And then we have a autumn tan. So we have our little template of scarecrows. So we're going to be cutting these and then filling them in so that they'll look like a scarecrow. Super fun activity. Isn't that a gorgeous red, Samantha? It's very fall, very, very harvesty, very harvest moon. Isn't that beautiful? And super cheap too, 50% off. So these are like $1 or something. We are able to purchase that with the money. Tanya, yes, hair extensions. I love it. So much fun. Yeah, I saw these and I was like, dang, I gotta get them for something. And I thought this would be great for a scarecrow. So you can make, this is gonna be the left and right arm. And then this is gonna be their left and right leg. It's gonna have a fun scarecrow with a little outfit on it. Hey, Brooke Comer, welcome in. Built like an onion, welcome in. Hey, Renee, welcome in. Yes, hair extensions for the scarecrow. I love it. Let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey, Siri, set the timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
We want to set the timer for 1 minute. Our goal is 40K. Hope everybody is doing good tonight. Hope everybody had a good Monday, a good start to the week. We do have a 40K goal, and then we have our little heart goal up here. Heart hands. We got 3 of those. Prince Lizzie Fish. Let's do a Prince Lizzie Fish update. Was telling everybody yesterday that we've finally got a very balanced water tank. Prince Lizzie Fish is living the life in his little tank. On Friday, we purchased some of these little sparkly gems that we put here at the bottom. So we just spilled them at the bottom here. So he's got these little sparkly gems. And then, hey Siri, turn off. Then we balanced out the water. So the water, even though it's not clear, it has like a yellow tinge to it. But a yellow tinge is a really good sign that the water is close to its natural environment. He's hiding in the back there. He's being a little silly. He's being a little silly fish. He's hiding in the back. I think he's by the heater. He's warming up into the heater there. I don't know if you can see it, but right here, guys, this little green, let me find it. This little green thing right here is a light. It is filled with embellishments, Renee. This is a little green light here from the thermostat saying that the water is at temperature. And he's sitting right on top of it. I think he's warming up in there. Yeah, Prince Harold, it looks really good. I'm really proud of it. Oops. Let me, I was trying to clear it, but I got the comment section up here. Give me 1 second. Hey, how do I clear this? That's what I wanted to do. Swipe left to close. Oh, there we go. The comment section took over. Yeah, he does need to get his own fish talk too. We just set up a little account for him and just watching him there. Yeah, this is algae right here. We need to clean it a little. The outdoor tank's just a little bit. We need to get some glass cleaner and get it in there. But he's doing really good. Happy, healthy fish. Yes, maybe a friend. I think we should just go for it. They're not that expensive. I think we should just go for it. Or let me just get a new tank altogether, because I was looking at the other tanks. I really want to get one with just plants in it. I think those are so pretty. And a Go Fish Me account for more tank furniture. Yes. Or maybe just a bigger tank altogether. I kind of like this one though. It's cozy for him. It's just the right size for Prince Lizzie Fish. All right, let's look into the stacks. Let's see what our next book is. You guys are gonna get some really good titles tonight. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You guys are gonna get some really good titles tonight. This one, a water slide, right? It's gonna be like a little water park. A gift for Nana. A gift for Nana. Look at how pretty this cover is. These little flowers and a little bunny. Look at that color pop. We love a good color pop. It was not his Nana's birthday. It was not even a major hare holiday. But Rabbit wanted to give his Nana a gift anyway. Yes, we do love a good bunny book. We love a good bunny book, anything that has forest friends in it. But Rabbit wanted to give his Nana a gift anyway. So there was no special holiday. Yes, Renee, and a good page turn, you're right. No special holiday, but he wanted to give his Nana. I'm still debating if this is a moon. Because you know how we love a good moon in children's holiday, in children's literature. But notice how it's like, it's a painting. Because these little divides here. A crow told him of a perfect gift and said it was not far. This sounded to Rabbit like a worthy quest. So there's a crow. Always gotta have a crow in children's literature. Always gotta have a crow. That's an ominous crow. But it's interesting the way it's drawn though. All we see is its face and its beak. A little bit of its body, but not too much. Georgia Peach, you love crows? I know, they're so mystical. This sounded to Rabbit like a worthy quest. Spatterings. Definitely looks like these were paintings. Aw, yeah, thank you so much for the heart hands. I really appreciate that. Smatterings of paint. With Crow's directions in his head, Rabbit began his journey through a green and grand forest. So he's gonna go look for this present for his Nana. And the crow is gonna lead him. Isn't that a fun picture? The little rabbit. Greens and blacks. He had not gone far when he met a full moon. "Hello," said Rabbit. "Shouldn't you be in the sky?" "Not for a few more hours," said the moon. "You can always find me down here while the sun is up there." Rabbit told the moon of his quest for Nana's perfect gift. We love a good moon in children's literature. And look at that moon. A big, goofy smile, but we love it. And then you have the little rabbit here being iced out. Interesting pictures, these dark shadows here that are the trees. And then the moon is kind of giving off these little freckles of light surrounding it. "Does your Nana need a smile?" said the moon. "I can give her one of my phases." The moon showed him becoming a crescent smile. "No, my Nana already has a smile as bright as the sun." At this, the moon grew quiet. Oh, look at the moon gave him his crescent. And it's a big smile. And Rabbit wondered if comparing his Nana's smile to the sun was not something to say to a moon. A very interesting book. Yes, we definitely love a good moon in children's literature. Farther into the woods, where it was hard to tell the shadows from the trees, the forest creatures became less ordinary. One was a stickler. Rabbit told it of his quest for Nana's perfect gift. "Does your Nana need a stick?" asked the stickler. She already has a very nice walking stick," said Rabbit. "But between you and me, I don't think she really needs it." Hey, S96. S96, you were with us yesterday, weren't you? I can't remember your handle. So, a stickler. Does your Nana need a stick? This stickler is just a shape with sticks hanging out of it and all these eyeballs. Look at the little rabbit. So cute. But between you and me, I don't think she needs it. So Grandma already has a smile. Grandma already has a stick. Next, Rabbit crossed a big, big lake. A big, big fish asked him where he was going. So there's Rabbit. He got on this little boat. Here's the big ocean. And then there's the big, big fish. Rabbit told of his quest for Nana's perfect gift. Would your Nana like some water? Said the big, big fish. I have saved some in a cup. It is around here. It is around here somewhere. I'm sure I can find it. No, thank you. My Nana already has a glass of water next to the chair where she reads to me, said Rabbit. That's funny. So a smile, a stick, a walking stick, and then a glass of water. Very ordinary things. Day to day, everyday things. Rabbit landed on a rocky shore. Ahoy, mountain, he said. I am not a mountain, I am a volcano, boomed a volcano. Apologies, said Rabbit, and once again he told of his quest for Nana's perfect gift. Does your Nana have a temper? I'm not sure what that is, said Rabbit. And there's the volcano. I love that facial expression. He asks him, does your grandma have a temper? The volcano exploded into 10 million fireworks. Oh yes, she already has one of those, but I don't see it much. And that's the volcano's description of what a temper looks like. Isn't that the best picture? Yes, the volcano definitely has a temper. And look at the little rabbit. He's hanging on that flag. Bree, thank you so much for the follow. Now Rabbit stood before a peak dotted with dusty caves. The peak was steep. The caves were spooky. Nana would probably say a comforting something or other about now, Rabbit thought as his nose began to twitch. Achoo! Rabbit sneezed into a dusty cave. Achoo! The cave echoed back. Bless you, said Rabbit. Bless you, echoed the cave. That is exactly what my Nana would say before I climbed a steep peak dotted with spooky caves, thought Rabbit. So she doesn't have a temper. He definitely knows Nana would not let him go inside a spooky cave. Hey Nova, welcome in. Nova, are you visiting LA or I love it. Did you move to LA? It was the final leg of Rabbit's journey. As he climbed, he wondered if Crow should have said the perfect gift was not far as the crow flies. Because as the rabbit walks, it was very far. So we're coming to the end of the rabbit's journey. He still does not have the gift yet. At long last, Rabbit was at the end of his quest. Crow was right. It was the perfect gift. So he had to climb all those hills and mountains. And this is what he found. A plant for Grandma. I think that would be a perfect gift. Rabbit carried it back the way he came, past the volcano, past the big, big fish, past the stickler, and past the moon. And all of them agreed that it was the perfect gift. The distance this time it seemed much shorter to Rabbit, who was eager to return to his Nana. He stopped he stopped only once for a bite to eat. And before long, he was at Nana's house. Hey, Bree, welcome in. I missed something here. Yeah, a carrot. Yeah, it was a carrot. Look at what he did on his way back to his journey. Nana lived in an old tree with a fence made of carrots, beside a carrot field lined with tidy rows of carrots. Nana, I have brought you a gift, said Rabbit. Although, now that I think about it, perhaps you already have enough carrots. Guys, and look at Nana's gift. Look at Nana's place. Isn't that a gorgeous little home? Yeah, she's already got carrots. She is. What do they say when you? What is the vitamin that carrots have? Carotene or something like that. But I do not have this carrot, said Nana, smiling the sunny smile Rabbit had mentioned to the moon. This is a perfect gift. Do you know why? Rabbit was pretty sure Nana was going to say because it came from him. Vitamin E, thank you. She did, his Nana always said, the best things. Look at their little chairs made out of twigs. And there he is with Nana. Nana, said Rabbit, have you ever met a stickler? No, said Nana. Tell me. How sweet. She has him sitting on his lap, on her lap. The end. A gift for Nana. This was a good selection. This was a good selection. This was a good book. Let's look at the books that we've read so far. It was a very sweet one, huh, Samantha? I agree. Definitely a 10, huh, Georgia Peach? We started with Farmer John's Tractor. 1. Then A Gift for Nana. 2. I think tonight a tie so far. These are 2 very strong, good titles. When you think of children's literature books, this is what you think of, and the drawings. Hey, Mia, welcome in. Dana, 2. Brooke Comer, 2. Samantha, 2. Yes, we love the rabbit and carrot emoji. Amazing. Let's set the timer for 1 minute. Hey, Siri, set the timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Renee, 2. Guys, thank you so much for the 20,000 likes. That means we're going to reach our goal tonight because we need 10K likes for each book that we read. Let me turn on the pumpkin. Pumpkin turned off. We have to have our bright lights on. For those of you who weren't here yesterday, we talked about we have 2 more weeks left with our fall background. Remember that fall is next week, at this time is the first day of fall, the 22nd, I think, something like that. So we got 1 week left before summer is officially over and we move into fall. We decided that we were going to extend the fall background and the fall theme for another week till the end of September. And then we have our tree. Hey Siri, turn off. We have our Halloween tree. This is what's going to replace our fall tree. It's a black tree. It's got little purple dots, all the purple lights on it. So it's going to light up and it's going to be a purple color. Yes, very spooky. Hey Rach, welcome in. Yes, so we have Halloween in the works. We'll do a whole month of Halloween, and then as soon as Halloween's over, the next day, November 1st, we move into Christmas. Guys, going by quick. Going by quick. We got to be able to enjoy all of the holidays, the fall festivities, the fall experience. All right, black glitter. Oh, that's right, huh, Samantha? I didn't think about that. That black glitter is probably going to get used up. We got to think about everything black that we can use for glitter. We could use a spider. I think no, we did a bee. Oh, we could do a spider with those black pom-poms. We could do a spider. We could do a bat. Hey, just relax, welcome in. Cats, bats, rats, you're right, everything black. Black and purple. Black, purple, and I don't want to use a Christmas red. I'm thinking of more of like a maroon red. Mummies, you're right. Lolani, you're right. I can think of a mummy. Think how we can make that. All right, yesterday we read this book. I can't remember who I read it to. I think I might have read it to the West Coast Beat, but I really enjoyed it, and I think you guys are going to like it too. Kate, who tamed the wind. Kate, who tamed the wind. I have to give my cats eardrums if it needs to be refrigerated. Oh no! Just relax. What is the eardrops for? This is a really good book. Oh, a mummy out of marshmallows and a tips, Q-tips. Oh, that would be really fun. Amber, that sounds like a really good idea. Maybe we start with that because then we could paste googly eyes on it. Maybe use some frosting for the paste. We love a good end page. Got some leaves. Kate, who tamed the wind. And she's off. Oh no. Poor thing. It's so hard when they get sick. On Wednesday we could make gingerbread houses. Samantha, you're right. We could do it as an extend. We could do one gingerbread house for the East and West Coast and just finish it. That would be a lot of fun. You gotta think about those things. Once there was a man living all alone in a creaky house on the tip top of a steep hill. You just have to take in this picture. Look at these trees here. And you've got this hill. And you notice the old man there at the top riding his bike. He's got to go round and round and round and round. All the way to that top house. But that's a really cute house. I wouldn't want cool liquid drops in my ear. Just relax, right? Imagine. That's true, Samantha. Yeah, Brooke Comer, the illustrations are really good tonight. Very whimsical. Whimsy. Then you got this wind. He's got right up to that top of that house. But look at that little house there. Isn't that the cutest little home you see? The little red door. The man lived all alone in the creaky house on the tip top of a steep hill where a soft wind blew. The man lived all alone in the creaky house where the curtains swung and chimes spun as the soft wind blew. So, on the top of the hill, there's very windy, which is kind of typical some places. Got this little clothes hanger, his little rocking chair, lots of wind. He's putting some clothes in the dryer. Remember, he's taking clothes out of the washing machine. Yeah. And blue. So he's trying to hang his clothes. Blew his knickers. Blew his knickers into the wind. And blew. The wind blew until the shutters banged in the creaky house on the tip top of the steep hill. The wind blew, the shutters banged, and the boards bent. That wind getting a lot harder. That wind getting a lot harder. Bending the board, the shutters. Birds can't even fly right. Disrupting all of nature. The wind blew, the shutters banged, the boards bent, the table tipped, and the tea spilled. The tea spilled and the bread broke on the tippy table in the creaky house at the tip top of the steep hill, and still the wind blew. Wind came in, blew all that tea off the table. And look at his little teapot. Wind's getting out of control. The wind blew and off the birds flew. They're like, we're out of here. This wind, too much. Call us when it stops. Creating a lot of havoc. Just relax, right? Forget it. This day over. Call me when it's done. Once it's done, we'll come out again. The birds flew and the dust did too, and the man cried, what to do? So his hat flew off, the birds decided to leave. What to do? The wind whipped his words from the tip top of the steep hill to the itty bitty town at the bottom, where a little girl called Kate heard the cry and felt it too. So that hat flew right into Kate's hands. Kate was there playing hopscotch in the little town at the bottom. Prince Harold, look, aren't they fun? They really like work my jaw. My jaw and my tongue. The little town at the bottom. She wondered what on earth to do. Wind? Kate could not stop the wind, but she knew. So she sees this hat. She starts making a plan how she's going to get that hat back to the person. So she starts drawing this little map here. The wind, the new trees, the chalk. She could wheel a load of new trees to the tip top of the dusty hill in her wagon. So her plan is she's going to plant some new trees. She's going to put them in the little wagon there. And up that hill she goes where all the wind is at. It's got some goats there. We love a good break in the text when we just get a picture. So she goes up in her little wagon. You notice that she's got her trees here. The roots are covered in burlap. And she goes and knocks on the man's door and retrieves and gives him back the hat. And she's got her little black cat. We love a good cat in children's literature. Gotta have a cat in children's literature. There, Kate dug deep holes and watered muddy mounds till the trees grew. And as the trees grew, the wind blew. So she came up with a little plan. Maybe with some more trees, the wind wouldn't be so strong. Love the little cat and this little bushel of leaves, the little birds. The man, he's happy again. He's got his bolero hat back. The trees grew, the wind blew, and the time flew. The time flew as the trees grew and grew. Look at how pretty those pictures are. It goes with our fall background. Tans. This is almost like a peach. Browns, reds. The passage of time. And Kate did too. The trees grew till the leaves fluttered, and the shutters stilled, and the boards bounced back. And look at Kate. She's a young woman now, and she still kind of is at the old man at the top with the little apple. And look at the trees that they planted. She came up with a very sustainable solution. Kate, who tamed the wind. She definitely tamed the wind. She came up with a sustainable solution to a problem. The leaves fluttered, the shutters stilled, the boards bounced back, and the dust died down. The dust died down, and the tea steeped, and the birds peeped. The cat. Now he's able to have his doors nice and open. He's letting the outdoors in. And look at the little kitchen. Vegetables. We love Kate. You know Kate. She's probably from Oregon. She's probably from Washington. She loves her vegan diet. She loves her sustainable gardening. She loves sourcing locally. We love her. The birds peeped, and the old man poured sweet tea and said, "For you, near the quiet house on the tip-top of the green hill." Right, just relax. She sources locally. Isn't that a cute picture? We love a good 1800s. Right? I love it. Yeah, but doesn't that fit Kate though? Yes, we love a green queen. She is. She is. We need to make a story out of we need to make a children's book with a locally sourced queen. Call it the Green Queen. That would be a lot of fun. Where a bright breeze blew. Such a cute story. It's a very simple story. Right? Prequels. We need to know the origin of the story. Isn't that a cute book? It's a very fall book without being fall. The end. Kate, who tamed the wind. We always love a strong female character in children's literature. Guys, again, strong titles tonight. Strong titles. We started with Farmer John's Tractor. A Gift for Nana, 2. And then Kate, who tamed the wind. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to say all 3. Wouldn't it? Just relax. We would have to find adventures for her. Locally sourcing it. Samantha 2, Prince Hairflip 3. Yeah, she could have her own series. What adventures would she get in? Maybe we start her Brooke Homer 2 or 3. Maybe the series we start from the end, but at the end of the 3rd series we find out that she's created a whole sustainable neighborhood, and each book is one part of the neighborhood, and we don't realize that at the end we find out. Yes, fixing people's problems with local-based things. Oh, that would be a good idea. And then by the 3rd book, we find out that she's created this whole empire, small empire neighborhood, locally sourced. I love it. I gotta keep that in mind. Just relax. Thank you for brainstorming with me. It's a good story. All right, we're almost at 40K. Guys, you guys are doing an amazing job with the taps. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Just relax. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute. We're gonna set the timer for 1 minute so we can get
1
to
minute,
40K.
starting now.
We have one more book tonight. Honestly, the titles are really good. And I think just relax. You weren't with us last night, were you? No, we haven't made a unicorn craft, Samantha. We'll probably have to. Maybe we do the unicorn horn. Just relax. You weren't with us last night. Prince Hairflip wasn't with us. Samantha wasn't with us. A lot of people were with us last night. But we read this really good book yesterday by Dame Julie Andrews. And we're going to read it tonight because I think you guys are going to really like it. Let me find it. Yeah. Very briefly, yeah. The Enchanted Symphony. Hey Siri, turn off. Always here on Spirit, but I fell asleep. So this one was written by Dame Julie Andrews. I want to read this one again because it's a gorgeous book. It's Julie Andrews. For those of you who are our age, Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music. For our millennial friends on here, she was the grandmother of Anne Heche, or is it, no, not Anne Heche, Anne Hathaway on The Princess Diaries. I swear, I tried. Yeah, we love a good Julie Andrews. Mary Poppins, yes, Samantha. Mm-hmm. She wrote a book during the pandemic, and we always love a good pandemic book because there's a lot of things that we haven't discovered yet that have come out of the pandemic. And children's literature, some of the things that we've been noticing that have been coming out. She wrote this book because of everything was shut down, and she was like a very artistic person, so she wasn't able to go to a lot of artistic things. One thing that you're going to really appreciate about this one are these gorgeous colors. The Enchanted Symphony. Piccolino lived in a small village, famous for its charms. Its people were happy and creative. Singing and dancing felt as natural to them as breathing. They cherished their families, their friendships, and the abundant green countryside around them. And they delighted in their exquisite opera house, where Piccolo's father was the maestro of the orchestra. Hey, John, welcome in. Bree, she is, yes, and she looks really good too. So Piccolino, they lived in a cute little village. One of those little villages that you find. Just relax. Probably familiar with a cute little village like this in upstate New York. Piccolino and his dad. Dad's the maestro of the orchestra. Mm-hmm. The little ski town by your house. Visitors came from miles around to enjoy the village's delights. To keep the sightseers happy, the townspeople built more shops to sell trinkets, gadgets, and souvenirs. Yes, so a little town. It looks very lively. It looks very fun. They have a pastry. I love going to little towns like these. Spend the day there, and then you go to a little cafe with some pastries, and then you get a coffee. You sit down. It's about 4 o'clock. They baked sumptuous cookies and cakes and planted bigger and more colorful window boxes. But the busier and the more prosperous they became, the more they lost touch with their own simple pleasures. So even though the town was a popular tourist destination, the locals really didn't like it. The locals, not about it. One day, Piccolino noticed a faint purple mist creeping into the village. At first, everyone was too busy to be concerned, but soon it thickened and spread from home to home, garden to garden. It crept into cottages and shops, seeping through windows and under doors, until eventually the entire village was blanketed in fog. So just as they're enjoying the prosperity in their little village, this purple mist comes and starts settling in to the little town. Trees and flowers began to wilt, but no longer sang, and the sun, moon, and stars disappeared from view. People grew listless and dispirited. They stopped visiting with one another or even going outside. The town fell silent. So here's this little purple mist clouds that have come in. But look at this gorgeous purple and blue though. And these little highlights here of violets. They definitely kept with the color tone, the color palette. Blues, purples, and some light hints of purple here. Violets. The opera house sat empty, but for Piccolino and his father, who summoned the energy each week to clean the pretty auditorium, lest the fog damage the velvet seats and curtains. They dusted the gold-trimmed balconies and crystal chandeliers, and they watered the drooping palms into the lobby, or in the lobby, though it didn't seem to help. So Piccolino and his dad, they would come in and they would clean the opera house to keep it tidy, so they wouldn't get dusty. Because he noticed this plant kind of just died. One day, as the maestro was sweeping the stage, Piccolino wandered over to the grand piano. Gently raising the lid, he played a simple melody that echoed in the empty space. The sound was startling and sweet, and the maestro paused to listen. For a moment, his spirits lifted, and he realized how much he had missed music. But without an audience, the orchestra had no reason to play. Dusty Pumpkin, welcome in. Thank you for for joining. So as Dad was cleaning, the sun begins to play on the piano. But look at these gorgeous colors here. Look at this yellow. It just pops. And then this orange. Isn't that pretty? It's a very bright yellow. As the boy and his father prepared to close up for the day, Piccolino noticed something surprising. The palms in the lobby seemed to be standing taller. On a hunch, he ran back to the piano and played his little tune again. Sure enough, the palms looked fresher still. Piccolino called to his father to come see what had happened. The maestro scratched his chin for a moment. Then, at Piccolino's urging, he agreed to try an experiment. Returning home, they loaded their ailing houseplants onto a wagon and wheeled them to the opera house. Once again, when Piccolino played the piano, the plants seemed to brighten. So, Piccolino is noticing that the plant in the opera house starts to get alive when it hears the music. So him and his dad go home, get all the plants, and they're going to bring them to the orchestra place to see if it'll liven the plants. This called for an even bigger experiment. With growing excitement, father and son pushed through the fog, knocking on doors and begging friends and neighbors to donate their sickly plants to an important cause. So, because of the pandemic, or at least in this case, it's the fog, all the plants are dying. So, they're going to take the plants and take them all to the orchestra pit and see if they can enliven them with music. In time, the opera house was so filled with foliage that it began to look more like a garden than a theater. Now the maestro joined his son at the piano. Together they played a lively air, but with so many poorly plants, one piano duet didn't seem enough to help them all. Piccolino and his father suddenly knew what to do. They placed chairs and music stands on the stage. They laid out pages of sheet music and lit the chandeliers. So even with both of them playing, with the amount of trees, hey Victoria, welcome in. With the amount of plants, they couldn't get them to liven up, so they came up with a plan B. Victoria. Yeah. Then they braved the fog one last time to visit every member of the orchestra. They implored the musicians to rise above their melancholy and summon the strength to come immediately to the opera house. There was an audience that urgently needed their music. Oh, so yeah, just the both of them on the piano wasn't enough. They had to invite everybody in the orchestra back. One by one, the bewildered musicians made their way to the stage. They slowly took their seats and began to tune their instruments. The maestro raised the baton, and there was a momentary hush. Piccolino pulled on a heavy rope that stretched to the ceiling. The great velvet curtains swung open. Piccolino Plants of all shapes and sizes filled the hall to capacity. All the way to the uppermost tier, every seat, every box, every balcony spilled over with greenery. Guys, look at that amazing picture. Isn't that gorgeous? Those vibrant colors, reds, some maroons in there with blacks. Those yellows and greens, and then these silhouettes. We love a good silhouette in children's literature. The astonished musicians began to play, tentatively at first, but gradually building in strength and tempo as the joy of making music lifted their spirits. And the plants responded in kind, nodding and swaying, their stems standing taller and firmer, their leaves rustling in appreciation. Look at those greens and yellows. Definitely have to be watercolors. And then the fog itself began to lift. Piccolino ran to the opera house doors and flung them wide. Look at that. Flung open those orchestra doors. All that music coming out. He's all, ta-da! Those purples, violets, the music notes, sparkly. Thank you so much, Relax. Music poured into the streets, and the rainbows of colors returned to the cottages and gardens. Birds chirped sleepily, then began to sing. Curious villagers opened their doors and windows, then ventured outside, calling to friends and neighbors. So all the plants, all the music cleared away all that mist and returned the village to these vibrant colors. Look at that bird. And look at the people here rejoicing. There's the theater. Before long, a throng of people were wending their way through the village, enchanted by the glorious sounds emanating from the opera house. Gorgeous. Look at those colors. Beautiful. Dame Julie Andrews, she knows what she was doing. She had a vision. She had a vision. But there wasn't a seat to be held, so they stood shoulder to shoulder, crowding the square, their hearts so full of joy that they couldn't help but nod and sway, then dance and sing. Mindy, right? Mm-hmm. The bright orange and reds, yes. Beautiful colors. And all the people came out and they came out to dance, to have a good festive time. These two. Eventually, the mysterious fog vanished altogether, leaving the village bathed in radiant light. And the boy, the maestro, and the townspeople understood that if they remained faithful to all that matters most, nothing could darken their days again. Look at that illustration. Isn't that beautiful? The little details here. These little pops of colors. Purples, reds. And then the dad's tan suit. The little classic bicycle with the basket. And it's got these little red, orange pops of plants. Mm-hmm. Mindy, The Enchanted Symphony by Julie Andrews. It's a really good book. I love this book. And then look at these greens. It shifts. These pops of color here. And then the author's note. Look at that. Isn't that great? It says, in June of 2020, we were, like most people in the world, confined to our homes due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We were acutely aware of the impact of the pandemic on the arts. Concert halls, theaters, cinemas, and galleries around the world were shuttered, and audiences were unable to benefit from the comfort and joy of live performance. We were also aware of the degree to which we turned to nature to fill the gap in beauty and inspiration that the arts had always provided in our lives. One day we came across an image of a beautiful concert hall in Spain filled to capacity with houseplants. A chamber quartet was on the stage playing for this very unusual audience. The image was so striking and our imaginations were piqued. So this is based on a true story. Does it say Emma Watson too? No, but I was thinking that would be Emma. What's the other one? Emma Walton Hamilton. Emma. There's an Emma. There's another Emma out there. Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of. You're right, Emma Watson. I was thinking of Emma, the girl from. That's right. Emma Walton Hamilton. No, but that's exactly who I was thinking of. Emma Watson. I was thinking you were saying that girl's name from what's that? The boy. What's the boy with the castle in the book and the friends? Emma Stone. I think it was not Emma Stone, but I don't know. I'm getting all my Emmas confused. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Emma Watson. That's who I was thinking of. All right. Guys, 4 back-to-back good titles tonight. You guys got some really strong titles. We started with Farmer John's Tractor. 1. A Gift for Nana. 2. Kate, Who Tamed the Wind. 3. And then 4, The Enchanted Symphony. I'm going to say all 4. I'm going to say all 4. Mandy, we'll probably read, for the West Coast, we'll probably read this one again, Farmer John's Tractor. But all fresh new titles for the West Coast, because we did go on a library haul this weekend, so we've got a huge bag of books. A huge bag of books. All right, let's set the timer for 1 minute. You guys are doing amazing with the taps tonight. We've exceeded our goal of 40K. We're at 56K. Hey Siri, set the timer for 1 minute.
Starting now.
Also, this Wednesday is Project Wednesday. We are going to be making a scarecrow. We found some of these, I think they're called pom-poms. I can't remember the name of these. But we're going to be making scarecrows. I have the templates for the outfits. And then we're going to be using these colors for the arms and the legs and the face. So get ready. Get ready. We start our live with a book on Wednesday, and then we go into the craft. I think what we'll do is we're going to read The Scarecrow. Yeah, it's very cute and colorful. Also, we're extending the fall season 1 more week. And we are going to be keeping it. Hey Siri, turn off. We're going to be keeping up our fall decorations for 1 more week. And then we're going to go into Halloween. Because of the monies that we receive with
Mission in the home app.
because of the monies that we receive with the gifts that we get, we're able to purchase this Halloween tree. It's a spooky black dead tree, and it's got these little purple lights. You can't see them on here, but they're gonna have purple lights. Just relax. I know. Siri, she's gonna get an earful. As soon as we get off this live, she's gonna hear it. Me and Siri have this ongoing, tenuous relationship. Yeah, it'll be really cool. We're gonna add some of these decorations to the Halloween one, like the acorn, because those are still fall and festive. And then our little fall doll here that changes outfits with the seasons too. Oh, Samantha, that's a good idea, right? Like a little knick-knack wall. We'll keep the pumpkin up there and the candle and a Barbie. We'll change your outfits out and her hair. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for the 58,000 likes. You guys did an amazing job tonight. Thank you so much for the gifts, too, that we received tonight. For those of you who are on the East Coast, have a good night. If you plan on staying up, it's going to be 12 o'clock soon. We will be back on at 12. For those of you in the Midwest and in the middle states, it is 8, 9, 10 o'clock. So at 11 o'clock, we'll be back on again. And for those of you on the West Coast, at 9. Alrighty, friends. As always, good to see everybody. Good to hear everybody. Everybody have a good night. And we will see you in about 40 minutes. Have a good night, everyone.